I cannot believe it is February already, that we are closing out a month's budget and going into a new one, but I'm really excited about what is to come for February. A lot of updates. Check out my monthly reset for all of those updates. There's going to be so much money being moved, there's so much to happen. But honestly, I want to show you how you can balance your life when life happens. Things are a little bit different. Our savings plans are going to be a little bit different. I can do a whole finance update in February of where our goals are going to go. How has it already changed? I don't know. But honestly, it's important to find the balance, know where your finances are going, what's coming in, what's coming out, where you're putting the extra money. If you overspend, where are you taking from savings, and really just figuring out exactly how to balance your money every single month. So we have our budget here. We are going to quickly close out January. Not much happened there, but then February we will talk about all the updates and the exciting news for our family and what we kind of are doing with our finances. So welcome back to Balance While Blooming. My name is Bridget. I'm 26 years old. I am a wife, a stepmom. I'm multi-passionate and the creator and founder of Balance While Blooming. Here we share all the ways to believe in yourself, build the life of your dreams, start balancing daily to bloom consistently, and become that person of your dreams. And all it does take is one step at a time. And finances is just one area of that. We do mindset, productivity, resets, refocus, how to get out of slumps, be your most productive self, become your best self, look at your goals, look at your dreams. All of these areas of life are so important, but honestly, I think finances interest people as much as possible. So I do like to share with you guys exactly where our money goes, how we budget, and don't compare yourself to us. We've been budgeting for over 18 months now, almost 2 years, and I am so happy to say that we're in a really good financial spot and that the way we shift and move our money, it works for us. Remember, we are a family of 3 housing a family of 6, so a lot of our expenses and bills do fluctuate as we get rent, but we have higher groceries. It's just how it ebbs and flows. So let's jump right into January, and then I'll talk about my updates for February. First things first is you need to go with your income. We always hope that we make more than what we actually made. So let's quickly put these in. So you'll see I skipped both of our last paychecks. We are actually going to roll those over because we had a great month, because we had other come in, and we also had Christmas money. So those Christmas money was 600, our other was 800, and even then we still made more than what we expected in January. Going right into our bills and expenses, it is really important that you are intentional with where you put your money. So for us, of course, we have to pay our rent and we always have to pay our utilities. Those are the same every single month. And then we try to be really realistic. This is $135 for internet, $35 for my husband's phone. We did overspend a little bit on groceries, but that's okay. We have $35 for the gym. Always staying under that $250. Love that number for us. We paid $750 for the health insurance to get ahead for 2025, and then we paid $265, which is not bad. So once again, our family average is between $3,500 and $4,500 depending on the month for our bills and expenses. So when we save for our emergency fund, we are doing around 3,500 to 4,000 times 6. Then for our savings, we did save everything that we wanted, so $1,500, $750, and $1,000, and we're still sitting at that $2,820, which sounds crazy because we only budgeted $1,200 for spending. Let me tell you, we only spent $700 here. No, not $7,000, $700. And then we only spent $520 here. So even though we overspent in one category, we underspent in another, which means we actually saved about $70. So what do we do with the extra $1,600? Usually it either goes into savings or it gets rolled over for the next month. What we decided to do based off our budget, knowing that we are also rolling over our last paychecks, and we knew that February was going to be tight with all of our updates, we decided to put an extra $500 into our home down payment. That was really intentional for us. That was what we needed to do to get us ahead for our savings goals. Now, what do we do with that $1,100? We are going to roll that over. Now, I'm going to quickly bring up on the screen, and you can see that we had a really good month with all of our money with those exacts. I always round when I show you the rest. So I'm really happy with how we ended off. A lot is to come, so let's jump right into our updates and how those are going to affect our February budget. So for February, we have some credit card debt, and we're going to have debt for the rest of 2025, but we bought a new truck. It was for safety reasons so much. We can get into all life updates if you guys want to see that video of why we decided, why we knew our finances were okay for it and all of that. But there is money from savings. Some of it came from emergency funds. Some came from other savings that we had that we knew that we could allocate to this car and save again in time for what we need. We also have vacation savings. We saved that last year. It went in, sunk, and did all that. So we decided instead of planning both of our week-long trips separate, we were going to just buy them all together. There was a deal. We decided to use our points for some, and for some just get extra points by doing it early in the year. So we are moving a lot from savings. It's going to look like a very heavy income month, and we're rolling over money. So all of those coming together make that happen. Now, it's also a tighter month for us because we have things that we just have to pay and do, such as my husband has dental appointment. That's almost $1,800. Then we have those savings to do, and now we have to bring in debt. We started paying right now, even though our first payment is not due until March, so you guys will see that in our budget. So that is all of our updates. I'm so excited to say that we have our vacations and our new vehicle, and that all of that can be not only a good down payment, first payments, all of that, but also a good interest rate, good finance decision for us, and to help us build our credit before we buy this house or another house. Let's jump into our February budget. So now you can see that we zoomed you out a little bit. You can see every single section. You have your income, your expenses, your sinking funds, your spending funds, and now we have debt. We've always kept debt zero, but unfortunately we have that car payment now. So let's go right into our income. We are in a lower income month for my husband, so we're gonna drop this down to 400. And then mine is 1,700. Just to be on that low budget, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Then we have 1,400 for rent for our tenants who live with us, and this rollover of $1,000. So that was all stuff that you guys would normally see. Now our vacation savings is $1,150. This does not cover everything. You guys will see it's about $1,500. So we're putting $400 extra to pay it off this month. So we are also taking some time. I'll put that in now. Our future vacations is $1,500 just because that makes sense of where we are. Now, our car savings, what this is as I said, we pulled it from multiple buckets, knowing where we could save when we really needed it and allocating more money towards our down payment. So that's $11,500. I do want to talk about how we are putting it here. So realistically, we have a great month of $9,150 to really save based off removing all of these. So that being said, we're in a good month. 9,000 is good for us. That's really good for us to be able to put our money down and make sure that we can still save, spend, and be in our comfortable range for spending, saving, and just really living the life that we feel is the life of our dreams and becoming this person of our dreams, saving, investing, doing all of the things. And so that being said, let's jump right into our expenses. I know this one's a little bit different, but I wanted to be all over the place to explain to you really what we had versus what we actually didn't have. So of course we don't have a water bill. We always put 140, 35, 500. This month we are going to try to cut back on groceries. If you saw my monthly reset, you saw that I want to cook at home, but we have so much in our pantry. Let's get creative and let's not spend so much in bulk, but let's also be really realistic with what we're buying at the grocery store. We're going to not always spend $1,000 for 5 people. We can bring it down to 800, I think, perfectly fine. 35, of course, for the gym. 250 for gas. We'll see how that goes with the truck and the SUV, because we got rid of the car that has very good gas mileage. It just had so many other problems. And then 400 this month just to keep getting ahead for 2025 for our health insurance, and 175 for our subscriptions is a great number right now. It probably will be actually less this month, but we will see. Going right into, as I said, my husband has $1,800 for health insurance, something that's not fully covered. We are paying a lot out of pocket, but it's dental work. We knew that that was coming, so we knew that we had to budget that in. Then we want to go right into our car payments, because your debt is the next things you want to do. So of course we have to pay off all of our credit cards and understand where we need to be. And we still have $3,615 to play with, but we are around $230 something. So it's going to be $700-ish this month. So that leaves us with $2,915. Now, let's be honest, to stay on track for our savings goals, if we ignore what we saved in January, we need to save about $2,000 to stay on track to get that $25,000. And this month, we are only going to be able to do that. So I decided we are only going to do $1,500 and then $500. So that means nothing going back into our emergency fund. There's money in there. We did not pull it all. And that means nothing for our miscellaneous as well. So home project does count as other and miscellaneous, just so you guys know that, but it is really intentional that we save about $5,000. I want to say about $3,500 because we saved a bit more last year, but that's beside the point. We need to save about $500 every single month. So this leaves us with $915. I think that is really doable because we are going to be on the go a lot. We have a lot going on. I hope that we do not spend all that, but of course that is what it is. $915 is really not a lot for us for our spending funds. Of course, it looks like there's a lot. There's already $14,000 there, but that's stuff that we already allocated. So this is fun money, and I want to be able to live our life. I want to go out to dinner. I want to be able to buy things on Amazon, or if I see something in the store, if I want to just spoil ourselves, we can. Now, is it necessary every month? No, but do I think it's necessary to give yourself that when you are balancing? Yes. So what we decided to do was $550 for her fam fun and dine out, and then other miscellaneous has $365 because you never know what there's going to be in there. So overall, this is our budget. We end on zero. Again, this is a anomaly of having so much money in here, but as you saw, we had about 9,000, which is on average where we are. It's really intentional that you know exactly where your money is going, how your income is, where your expenses are. If you have debt like we do now, I was really proud to being debt free, but you know, life happens and it's helping us balance what we need. We need to up our credit. We need to make sure our debt to income ratio is there. We need to make sure that we start investing throughout the next few months. We need to make sure that we can pay all of our bills, save the money we need to, spend the way we want to, and still live a life that you are blooming into this person. Now, I am not a financial advisor. I am not someone who can help you with your exact finances, but if you need help with a budget or just starting yourself off where to start, let me know. Always follow me on Instagram, join our community here, and I cannot wait to see where our finances go, where this month is going to take us, and how we can save, spend, and come together as a community to balance our finances, balance our life, and bloom one day at a time. And I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.